Hello, hello, test time. Just testing sounds. Hello, hello, test time. Just testing sounds. Okay, everything is working. Cool. We can start the third stage of the Volta a Portugal and Bicicleta. Um, third stage is hilly stage. It finish on a punchy hill. We have as the favorites Corbin Strong, Jacob Fuglsang, and Carlos Canal. Israel and Ishkatel, the big favorites here. Um, so yeah, Rick Sabel leading the overall classification. Tom Paquet, the the mount classification. Koip, the youth classification, and Sabel also the points classification. Lotto Kerhouse is then leader in team classification. Um, so yeah, we can start the third stage. The podium is taking a while to generate. Lovely to see. So here we are at the start of this stage, the third stage of the Volta Portugal, 200 kilometers from Marinha Grande to Luves. So yeah, we can start. Only 66 people in peloton. Let's see what today brings. And the first attack is from Knudsen, Stefano Museum following, and Tom Paquet, the leader of the mountain classification, is also following these attacks. So this was pretty easy to create a breakaway today. Three riders, with the closest one being Stefano Museum at 35 seconds from the leader, but all are very close. Ben Harmans is leading the peloton pretty much on his own, so good luck. Break doesn't get a lot of space from the peloton, only 2 minutes 45 maximum. Still, Ben Hermans leading the chase, while we are getting towards the first intermediate sprint of the day. Only Paquet has points for this classification, and which will be a tight one between Museu and Paquet. But it looks like Museu is faster. Let's see. Yeah, Stefano Museum won in front of Paquet and Knudsen, who didn't really participate. It's like also never flatten the stage. Sometimes a little bit, but like a lot of smaller uh, hills and ups and downs, with the end being quite interesting. Uh, it will be interesting to see who attacks and where they attack. If the peloton waits for the last climb, or we see some attacks further from the line. But still 100 kilometers to go till the finish line, and we are arriving at the second intermediate sprint in Torres Vedras. Once again, Paquet and Museum sprinting for the points. It's once again, once again, it's Museum who wins the intermediate sprints. The break now has 4 minutes and a half, while Wallen and Bonillo are also helping Hermans with the chase now. We're coming close to the third intermediate sprint, and it's once again Museum in front of Bakke and Knudsen. Museum now up to 8th, and Bakke up to 4th place in the points classification. So he is doing okay there. So we're coming to the only categorized time of the day, 3 kilometers long, but the final part is really steep. So let's see who gets the upper hand here. Once again, Museum against Paquet. Museum wins it in front of Paquet, and Knudsen is empty. So the break will probably go on with 2 riders. And the peloton is still just tempo, but we can see the first riders being dropped at the back. Ulrich being one of them. Probably not the best day to not a day where Ulrich can win. Also, Vlad van Mechelen is dropped. The break has 2.5 minutes left with 35 kilometers to go. That will be pretty hard to hold on to because now in the peloton they're really chasing with different teams working together. And now going through a wall. Don't know what that is doing here, but great. This is some tiny but really steep hill with only 20 kilometers to go. And on that hill, the break is caught, but the peloton is also really stretched out. Going down the other side, and there is a small break in the peloton, but it seems like, oh, there are 10 riders behind, with Zabel also. He's not looking, I don't know why he's so far at the back. Maybe he's empty or something. Corbin Strong is placed pretty good at the front. Also Vogelsang, Canal, it's also here. It's Archief now managing the peloton. Zabel still at the back, so he will probably not be participating for the win today. 10 kilometers left. We're getting to that penultimate climb. And still just 10-point peloton. No real attacks. Tempo is quite high though. Also, except for Vogelsang and Strong and Sarif, maybe there's not a lot of. There's more Euskaltel riders, I think, than um, Israel riders at the front. So Israel probably had to work all day because they have the leader in their team. So 3 kilometers left. We have still one hill where it all will be decided, or can Quartrado maybe speculate a bit and get a gap before the hill. Conforti trying to follow, but now the peloton is really putting down the pedal. We have Niklas Larsen, who is leading with 1 kilometer to go. The Danish riders are all at the front. Vogelsang, Svara, and Larsen. Can Larsen hold on? seems like that. Wow, what a performance by Larsen. He wins in front of Canal and Tobias Farre. Corbin Strong is fourth, and Fuglsang, who was third at some points, really faded out. So he will only finish at eighth. But at the end, mm, no big gaps. Most of the peloton was together, so um, will probably not a lot of things will change for the overall classification. So great win by Niklas Larsen um, in front of Canal and Svare. He also takes the overall standings from Zabel, and yeah, Tom Paquet protects his mountain classification, and Corbin Strong takes the points classification now. Uh, Koip still in the lead of the youth classification. No DNFs for today's stage. We can straight go on to the next stage from Santarem to Castellobranco, 192 kilometers, and the main favorites today are Corbin Strong, Rick Sable, and three riders from Uskatal. Let's see who gets the win. Already at the start, so let's see what they will bring. Skiveld attacks right from the start with Albuzi and Christensen following. Now Kulopik has to manage the peloton. The first intermediate sprint is coming up already, and it will be won by El Gouzi in front of Christensen and Skiveld. So Israel is also controlling for their sprinter. Also, X and Euskatel are helping to manage the breakaway. It's categorized as flat, but there are some hilly portions at the end. So let's see who can survive those best. Now I'm getting a warning that stream is lagging. Let's see. It's still okay for me, I think. So yeah, if it lags really bad, Second intermediate sprint won by Christensen this time in front of Albuzi Skivels. The break has 6 minutes and a half on the peloton right now. So we're getting to the first sprint for the mount classification. Christensen goes from far out, but he managed to take it in front of Skivelt and Albuzi. Second time of the day, with 75 kilometers to go. And this time Albuzi goes for it first, but he's overtaken by both Christensen and Skivels. At the back, I don't know who got third. Museu got the fourth place. Museu still seventh in the round classification, but trying to get more points. So with 40 kilometers to go, Skivels is dropped. The race still has less than 2 minutes for the peloton. And we're getting to the fourth classified climb. Oh, the third classified climb of the day. Christensen once again taking it. And in the peloton, Museu gets the third place. Christensen now going alone, getting the intermediate sprints. No, if in the peloton, or in the peloton was just they didn't sprint for it. Christensen holding on really good against the peloton. Will it be enough to get the final mountain classification points? It will be Christensen getting the final mountain sprint in front of Soto and Lobato. And now it's up to the sprinters to get their trains going. Soto is the only lead out for Lobato with 10 kilometers to go, but here comes Azurmendi. No, just bringing water, it seems. Canal is here also. Maybe Canal will sprint instead of, or no, Canal is the lead out, I think. Yeah. So if Catal has a nice train, full, Soto already empty. So Canal has to do 5 more kilometers of work while Sahif and Zabel are leading out strong. So seems like Strong is their leader today. Now Zabel, the final 3 kilometers are uphill, so don't start your sprint too soon. Zabel and Canal bringing the leaders up front really nice. You also see Larsen here. Babor a bit further. Dauphin is present. Boomestad, Ulich, some other riders now. Barta bringing Berenetexia at the front. Strong a bit further back. Seems like Sabo is getting a nice sprint, but they're starting really early. 1.4 kilometers to go. Sabo getting a gap, but slowing down. Strong now has the inside line against Babor. Jarnet, but it is Goodmestad who wins today in front of Larsen, and Jarnet gets third place. Strong ninth only. And then there's a gap. Will it be counted or not? That's the question. So two at the back. No real leaders at drops, I think. Nice sprint by Goodmestad. He also Larsen takes more seconds on Zabel, so strengthen his lead in the overall classification. Also in the points classification, he jumps over Corbin Strong. Okay, holds his place in the mount classification, and the rest also stays the same. But now the classification will change probably because we have our first mountain stage to Serra da Estrela, with Fuglsang being the main leader, also Ek and Arieta here. But Fuglsang and Ek probably strongest riders. Let's see who takes it. So we're at the first mountain stage here, and Corp from the beginning at the attack. More riders attacking behind, but Peloton is not eager to let him go yet. We have a breakaway of 11 riders today. Let's see. We have Bonillo, Van Mechelen, Museu, Chris, Gabriel, Christensen, Science, Raguzi, Vera Sategi, Rupert, and Koip. And Vera Sategi is probably the best climber here, the best rider in overall. But he is already on 6 minutes. The closest person in the overall classification is Koip on 15 seconds behind. There's like 1/6 of the whole peloton is in of all the riders is in the breakaway today. So let's see if the peloton can close that gap before the final climb. Break gets only 3 minutes now. Udo Quick trying to manage the break from the peloton together with Human Powered Health and UX. This is the first rider to be dropped from the peloton. Now, Wallens trying to close the gap on the breakaway. Still 2 minutes. But in the breakaway, the first riders are also dropping. Bonito and Chris are the first ones. So there are only 9 riders left with 1.5 minutes to go on the in front of the peloton. We're getting to the first categorized line of the day while Van Mechelen is dropped. Also, Museum at Tabellion is waiting for him. So 6 people, 5 people left because Fibberts is also empty. And the first mountain sprint goes to Verstrategi in front of Albuzi and Christensen is third and Kurt fourth, and Science is also empty. So 4 people left in the break, 2 minutes left in front of the peloton, while some riders are dropped already. Riders that were in the break before. Sahif also. Some riders are already really far behind. Now it's Buck controlling the peloton. We're getting to the intermediate sprints, but no one is really fighting for them. We had an attack of Virashategi, but we didn't manage to get away. We're getting to the second intermediate, second climb of the day. Virashategi wins from the Albuzi, Koip, and Christensen. Christensen getting into fourth place and Virashategi into sixth, so they are doing pretty good here. Only 45 people left in the peloton, and we're starting the 20-kilometer long climb to Serra da Estrela to the finish. Break still has 1 minute left. Now Israel is controlling the peloton. And we have an attack by Nikias Ech. Zabel trying to chase him down. It's really soon for Ech to attack. And he's already caught again by the Israel guys. Maybe he's feeling really good today. Ech. Some riders are dropping. Wenzel. Almost all the riders are waiting for El Gouzi. Soto dropped. Zabel now dropped, so it's Goldstein controlling the peloton. Larsen is at the back of the peloton. Rubato is dropped. And now attacked by Holter, Azurmendi, Berardi, and Carretero. Still Omar Goldstein controlling the peloton. Holter is the strongest of the ones who attacked, and he is also best placed in the. Now Goldstein is empty. Azurmendi is waiting. With 10 kilometers to go, Holter has a minute on the peloton, where Fuglsang himself is now leading the chase. Only 16 people left, so Strong is dropped, Lopez is dropped, Matthias Larsen is dropped. Svedstad. Sategi. Sabo is dropped. 16 people left. 15 because Carboni is dropped and Hermans also. Goldstein is also empty. So now Fuglsang himself has to close down the gap to Holter, who has maybe made the best move. Garcia Pierna was one of the favorites for today, is also struggling at the back and is dropped now, together with Goldstein, Carretero, Ulich, Perade, and Jarnet. Jarnet is doing pretty nice for being in this company. Also, Ulich is doing really well with only 64 mount. So Holter still has 35 seconds to go, 6 kilometers. He's forcing Fuglsang to ride, so Ek can stay in its wheel, which is really good for his teammates. Now both riders of Cacahuel are dropped, Baranatexia and Day. Also Adam de Vos of Human Powered Health. So 4 people can still follow, 3 people can follow Fuglsang, who is still trying to chase down Holter. 4 kilometers to go and still a half a minute. Can Holter keep it up to the line? Will there be some attacks from this group? The rest is already way behind. Canal is now struggling and has to let go. So 3 people left chasing down Holter, who has still 20 seconds on Fuglsang. And now Fuglsang seems to be struggling. Holter still half a minute now. He's doing really well. 1 kilometer left for Holter. Can he attacked for more than 10 kilometers from the line? Can he hold on in this final 700 meters? The rest is still following Fuglsang. So it looks like Holter has made the right move. Yep. Holter runs today on the Serra da Estrela and will probably take the overall standings too. While at the back, Ech gets second place, so great day for UniX. Fuglsang is third and Aridita is fourth. And then Carlos Canal follows already on 2 minutes from Holter, and Adam de Vos gets sixth. So well played by Union X, attacking from far out and yeah, forcing Fuglsang to ride on his own and really strong. Holter held off Fuglsang by himself. So a really strong performance from the Norwegian rider. And everyone seems to manage to get to the finish in time. Even Nielsen was not really far behind. So Holter takes the win and also the overall standings with 40 seconds in front of Fuglsang and 46 in front of Arieta. Ech on 1 minute and three, and then the rest already on more than 2 minutes. So really big gaps. Paquet defends its mark classification, but Ech and Holter are getting close. The points classification, nothing really changed. Youth classification now Holter also in the lead, and Karen Pharma takes the team classification. Stage 6 is a hilly stage from Oliveira do Hospital to Guarda. Let's see. In the favors, we have Fuglsang, Hermans, and Arrieta. Um, let's see who can take the win today. So let's see what the stage will bring. An attack by Wallen at from the start. Tabellion, Bonillo, lots of warriors trying to get in a break. So we have Tabellion, Bonillo, Wallen, Asphalt, Hupperts, and Knudsen, with Hupperts being the closest on 22 minutes, so no real threat to the overall standings. Also, no one really is a threat to the mountain classification. Shit. Wallen takes the first mountain sprint with ease. and they're not really sprinting for the intermediate sprint. So Break only gets 3 minutes of one crashed. Um, 3 minutes from the peloton, so they probably won't be able to fight it out for the stage win. So we're getting to the final 20 kilometers where we will climb up to Guarda, and we have already the first riders dropping at the back, like Lobato and Goodnestad, who could maybe do something today. So Garcia Piernas, Sergif Paquet, all dropping. Knudsen. The break is caught. Goldstein, also all empty already. Should have will have a bad day probably. Also Museu dropping, and all of his teammates are waiting for him. Same for Alguzi. So 34 riders left in the peloton, and it's Berasategui who will take the mountain points, which is important because he's already fifth then, and he might he's still in the contest for the mountain points. Nikias Ech is dropping. He was fourth overall. Also Hermans. So yeah, that's not really good sign for Union X because that was their leader or their second leader. Zabel already dropped. Not a lot of riders left. Larsen is still here. Arieta is managing the peloton on the Vogelsang, final 2 kilometers. Yes, we will lose more than a minute, maybe we'll 2 minutes. Also, some riders from the top 20 dropping. But now at the front, who will take the stage today? Strong is here, Vogelsang is here, Holter is here. 500-meter left. Vogelsang being the first to launch, can he take it or will Arieta come past? No, it's Vogelsang who takes the stage in front of Arieta. And Adam de Vos, Garcia Pierna, strong. Holter empty at the line, but should probably not lose any time. Larson had dropped. The biggest problem today is Ech. A problem. Will lose more than 3 minutes and drops also Berardi. So he will drop from 4 to, yeah, really little. Uh, so win for Fuglsang. At the end, Eck lost 3 minutes 38 seconds. So he will drop from 4 to 8 place. The rest will move up. Spot Corbin Strong also moving up 11 spots to ninth. Um, so yeah, Corbin Strong now equal with Larson in the points classification, and Fuglsang getting up to second place in the mount classification, with Paquet still leading. So we can go now to stage 7. Once again, a hilly stage. Let's see, can take it here. In favorites, we find Strong, Fuglsang, Canal, just like yesterday, like the stage before this. Um, we start with a categorized climb. Let's see who will attack and take the points here. Van Mechelen is the first to attack. Ruperts and Nielsen following, also Wallen. Christensen also trying to get in the break. Guzzi. And at the first mountain sprint, it's Nielsen who takes the points in front of Ruperts and Christensen. So 7 riders in the break, and Christensen is best placed at 19 minutes. Also in the mountain classification, he is 19. Second categorized climb of the day. Christensen starting from the front. that he is overtaken by Nielsen. Nielsen in front of Christensen, Hippers, and Van Mechelen. Yeah, no one really sprints for the points at the intermediate sprints. Break has 4 minutes on the peloton. Maybe they can hold on today. It will be hard, but who knows? And the final classified climb of the day goes to Huberts in front of Christensen, Nielsen, and El Gouzi. We also love the lens flare. The break now has 5 minutes on the peloton. That's nice. 100 kilometers left. The gap is slowly coming down to 3 minutes and 45 seconds. 60 kilometers left. Hansen's empty in the peloton. 4 minutes left for a break with 40 kilometers to go. Can they do it? Zabel is empty at the front of the peloton. And the gap is not really coming down. So seems like victory will go to the breakaway today. And we have 3 riders from Lotto Kernhaus, 2 from Kolokwik, 1 from Leopard, and 1 from, I don't know, Bardiani. 20 kilometers left and 4 minutes 30 for the break, so they will probably take it. While at the back, Garcia Pierno attacks. And Ech trying to close the gap. Also Berasategui attacking. Now the gap comes down pretty quickly, but probably not quickly enough. Now Hermans is trying to close the gap to Garcia Pierna, and then in the break we have an attack from Hubbard. Alguzi is empty. Van Mechelen, Schacht, Nielsen, and Christensen are behind. Hubbard against Wallen. Christensen trying to close the gap. Also Christensen and Nielsen. Now Wallen is attacking in the break. Garcia Perna still has 8 seconds on Hermans, 16 on Berasategui, and the pattern is following closely. Christensen trying to close the gap with Wallen and Hubberts and manages to do so. Nielsen will probably not make it. He's empty. So these 3 riders will fight for the stage win. Bjerna now has Hermans and Berasategui and the rest of the break with him with 30 seconds in front of the peloton. Hermans cooperating with Garcia Bjerna. Nielsen is also caught. So these 3 are the only ones that will indeed over the peloton, while Herman and Garcia Pierna have dropped the other riders. So who will take the stage of these three? Wallen, Christensen, Huberts. Wallen starts the sprint in front, but it's Huberts who tries to sprint first. Wallen can respond to that and comes over him, so it will be Wallen who takes the stage win in front of Huberts, and Christensen is third. Garcia Pierna is fourth, Herman's fifth, and then the peloton already. So I don't know if there will be any gaps counted. Paquet is dropped already, so it's not looking like he will be able to get a lot of points in the heavy stages, unless he has a good day. Yeah, breakaway win today. Also looking for like someone because someone has to have abandoned the race. Yeah, Carboni abandoned last stage, so it's stage 6. So yeah, in overall standings, nothing changed. So there's no gap between Garcia Piera and the rest of the peloton. So no changes in the overall standings except for Ulich who drops a place, but that's because they are in the same time. Corbin Strong does take the points classification back, and Christensen is now second there. Well, and then Huppert's also up in the top five. Christensen gets to sixth in the mount classification, and the rest stays the same. Stage 8, uphill finish. We still have an uphill finish at Serra do Larucho. We have an hilly stage to Felgueiras. We have an uphill finish at Mondim de Basto and a TT at Porto, the hilly TT, to decide the uh, overall classification. Vogelsang, of course, the big favorite today with Hermans Ech and yeah, mainly Joel Unionovic and Karen Pharma. Welcome to stage 8 of 11 in Volta Portugal. Okay, going in a break again with Dauphin, Museu, Ulich, Jared Scott, Paletti, Skivild, Bach. So 8 riders in the break, and we have the leader of the mount classification, Tom Paquet, today in the breakaway. Let's see if he can extend his lead a bit because he doesn't have a lot of a big lead anymore. Closest rider to the in the overall classification is Ulich, 17th at 9 minutes overall. With 100 kilometers left, the break has almost 5 minutes. But is that enough? That's the question. With the uphill finish, I doubt it will be enough, but we'll see. So this climb is pretty hard. But first, a second category, a second category climb. Jared Scott and Museu running first. Okay, here at the right. Not easy to see who takes it. Museum in front of Paquet. That's not correct, but it was Museum in front of Ulich. And then Paletti and Paquet, I don't really know. Dauphin and Bach. Uh, okay, the rest of the points. Um, yeah. Oh, the leader crashed? No, not leader. Some helpers. Holter is leader. Okay, Gunnerstad and Janssen. Some, each riders crashed, but they're all back at the front already. Now we're getting to that really steep climb. First category, the break only has 2 minutes and 45 seconds left. So they probably won't make it to the line. Museum is already dropped. Skifield also. Scott also. Vanatti attacking for the amount points. Ulich is following him. Also Bach is following him. Vanatti takes the points in front of Ulich, Paquet and Bach. And we see, wow, closing out the top 5. So this is good for Paquet because now he has 21 points again on his closest rival, Fuglsang. Most of the important riders for the overall classification are still in the peloton. Goldstein just did a really weird move, but okay. With 20 kilometers left, we still have 41 riders in the peloton, and Wenzel attacks. Just feel good today. Goldstein once again doing suicide move. We have also Azurmendi now, and it's Nikias Ech. Nikilas, I don't know what his first name is. Ech is now controlling the peloton and getting the break, catching the break. Berada is dropped. Also, Goldstein. A lot of riders are suffering on this climb. 25 people left in the peloton. And it's Garcia Pierna together with Soto and Berasategui now controlling. Castagne is dropped and together with Parquet. Berasategui, Huashi, Hulich, and Larsen also. Wenzel is the next one. Garcia Pierna is struggling, and he will probably lose his seventh place. Alrumendi also struggling. Fuglsang is dropped with 5 kilometers to go, and he is second overall, so that's not good. Also, we have an attack. But will they also? Eck is struggling. Toufin, Jarnet, Molly here. Corbin Strong here. Soto in the main group with Holter, but who attacked. Hermans with De Vos, Canal, and Arieta and Carretero. Arieta is probably the biggest danger, only 40 seconds behind Holter, who is struggling at the back. Hermans can't follow. Will Arieta take the overall standings here? It looks like because they already have. Let's see. Arieta already has 1.5 minutes on Holter, but is now dropped together with Adam de Vos. So Canal and Carretero are going. It's Carretero who will take the stage win here at Sierra do Larucho. Arieta must watch out that Canal doesn't takes the overall standings lead. But Carretero wins today. Nice stage by him. He will certainly get into the top 10. Canal will probably get into the top 3 and probably the top 2, losing 1 minute. And then Arieta loses over 2 minutes, 2 minutes 15. Then we have Hermans, but then main group with Holter, they will lose. He will certainly lose Jersey, and he loses 4 minutes and a half together with Ech on the winner of the day. Strong also here, and then Fuglsang loses 5 minutes and 15 seconds or something. So yeah, some riders really struggled today, while others, some unexpected riders, took a lot of time. So let's see. Carretero wins the stage, and Arita still holds 15 seconds on Carlos Canal, and Holter already loses 1 minute and 36 seconds in the overall classification. Adam de Vos gets up to fourth, and Fuglsang drops to fifth place. So really big changes. Paquet, he holds his mountains classification strong. The points classification, but Canal is getting closer. Arieta gets the young rider classification also, and Karen Pharma is strongly in the lead of the team classification now. So yeah, no mountain stage, but still big gaps. Also, lots of changes in Carretero gets up to sixth place overall. Fuglsang dropping 3 places, Holter 2 places. So yeah, big changes. Canal up to second in the points, Holter up to second in the mountain, but now Paquet has a bigger lead again. So maybe he can hold on to that classification. Everyone finished today. So 3 stages left with a hilly one to Felgueras. So 9, run 160 kilometers. Probably a break stage, maybe, unless the peloton controls it. Nielsen attacks together with Dauphin and Fries. Knudsen also. Roman and Wallen trying to catch up also. So 7 riders in the break. Dauphin, Fries, Madsen, Nielsen, Wallen, Kokelman and Knudsen, with Madsen, no, Dauphin being the closest in the overall classification. It's not a threat. And Nielsen is the closest in the mount classification. Into the first mountain sprint, but they're not sprinting anymore. So crashed by Nikias Ech.
And Banal is at the back. This may be an interesting stage. Banal and Ek at the back, a few seconds behind. Okay, get to the peloton. Taking points. Monier already at the back. In the break, Brice had to let go, and Wallen also, so 5 people left. And they have 2 minutes and 20 seconds left. Madsen also dropped. And attack at the front by Nielsen. He gets a gap. Garcia Pierna is controlling the peloton. 17 kilometers to go. Nielsen still has 1 minute and 15 seconds. 1 minute and a half. Peloton is slowing down. Carretero is dropped. Not really a stage for him then. Yesterday he won the stage and now he's already dropped with 15 kilometers left, so we'll lose quite a lot of time probably. It was oh, Romantic crashed and had to give up. Okay. Azurmandi was close in the overall standings. 14th place. And the peloton, they're completely slowing down. Now Goldstein is trying to up the tempo again, but now Nielsen has 2 minutes again. Andersen and Boissy crashed. And Nielsen hold on at the front. 5 kilometers left and 1.5 minutes to go. There's still this last uphill part that, if you are tired, can be really slow you down. 1 minute left with 3 kilometers to go. It might be heartbreaking for Nielsen today. Washi has not returned to the peloton. 1.5 kilometers left, and Nielsen will be cut. So heartbreak for the Danish rider, while Fusang is being led out for the final sprint. Can anyone get past him? Yes, Canal maybe. Yes, Canal wins the stage in front of Fuglsang and Holter. Strong getting fourth. And Arieta, no, Yeah, that's Ariete fifth. So Canal gets up to 5 seconds from Arieta. Any major riders dropping? Okay. Ech is dropped, so he will lose some time again. He has really some good stages and then some bad stages. Ech. And Carretero loses 5 minutes today, so really bad stage for him. So Canal gets up to 5 seconds from his win, really close to Rieta. Functions here. Canal also takes the points classification and gets closer in the youth classification too. So things are can go still any direction from here. Once we also have a DNF to stage. Azure Mendy. So this stage with an uphill finish to Mondim de Basto, and then the next tier are all that is left to decide the winner of this Volta Portugal. In the main favorites we have Niklas Ech, Vogelsang and Hermans, but the main battle will go between Arrieta and the second, who is not in the favorites here, second place overall, and that is Carlos Canal. So those two will fight out this today. Also, with the first category climbs, Paquet can in theory lose his mountain classification still, but we'll see. So probably because wait, Reda only has 65 TT time trial, and let's see, Canal. Well, Canal has 70 time trials, so Ariete should take some time today. While we have Paletti and Paquet, who is trying to defend his jersey today, of course, in the break. Buck also and Pris. So 5 riders in the break, with Paquet having the main goal of defending his mountain jersey. And he gets the first chance now, but he missed it a bit because Paletti attacked from far out. So it's Uli who takes the points in front of Paletti, Buck, and then, I don't know, Paris fourth, Nielsen fifth. Looked like Paquet was caught by surprise in that sprint. Oh, but 3 kilometers to go. We start first of the 3 first category climbs. Break has 4 minutes on the peloton, where human-powered health is controlling. Maybe the Vos is feeling good today. Crashed by Sahib, but he's already on his bike again. Okay, it's not in his best day today. Buck takes the points in front of Parati, Ulich, and Paquet is fourth. If he gets in... Ooh, Parati is getting close, but it's not enough for Parati to win the next sprint. He must also take points at the finish. So it looks like Paquet is more or less sure of the mountain classification. Still human-powered health controlling the peloton. Yes, nobody important that has dropped. Now Garcia Pierna already. Paquet is caught by the peloton. So only these 3 riders left, Bak, Ulich and Parati. Really steep climb here. Pierna is dropped. And in the front, Ulich takes the mountain sprint in front of Parati and Bak. Garcia Pierna, 7th overall, is leading the peloton. So Paletti needs 5 more points. Uli needs 7 more points. But yeah, they can only get it at the final climb, so they need to hold off the peloton somehow. It'll be hard. Have a crash. Okay, yeah. So 10 kilometers left. We are at the start of the final climb, and Uli is caught. So only a peloton left. Where the first riders are already dropped. Garcia Pierna still leading the peloton. For the leader Arieta. And the Vos is far at the back, and now Carretero attacks. We lost a lot of time yesterday because it was empty really soon. Niklas Erchpo trying to follow. Canal closing the gap. The Vos is struggling at the back. I don't know why his team was riding so hard. How is Hernandez dropped? How is Garcia Pierna still here? Gabriel Day dropped. So Carretero and have 45 seconds, so they will probably fight it out for the stage win. We're now closing gap with Berende Pixia, Hermans, Holter, Vogelsang, but Vogelsang and Arieta are dropped together with Vos, Garcia Pierna, and Goldstein. Holter also dropped. So it's Canal who is currently setting the overall classification to his hand, while Carretero is looking to take the stage. So and Pharma will take the stage, but at the same time lose the overall classification because Canal gets third behind Eich. And yeah, Arieta and Vogelsang lose like 2 minutes on Canal, so overall classification is decided probably. Also, De Vos is losing some time. Don't know why his team was riding so hard today. Everyone get into the finish in time? Just maybe yes. So nice win for Carretero, but yeah, the team loses the overall classification to Canal, who has now 2 minutes, so don't think he will lose that in the time trial. Holder gets back into third place. Um, still is third, I don't know. Okay, wins the mountain classification. just in front of Palati and Uli. Canal is looking good to win the points classification. Use classification, and Equipo Gain Pharma is certain of the team classification. No DNFs today. It's Canal. That's the main change. Canal taking the overall classification. Final stage, 20-kilometer time trial in Porto. Main favorite is Martin Madsen Toft and Jakob Fuglsang. Really the time trial. Let's just say really hilly. At the moment we have Mats van Mechelen, who's doing great. Let's really make leads. At the second intermediate time trial at the finish line. Oh, Asphalt has just beaten his time at the first intermediate. And Asphalt also is first at the line. Next is Zabel. Zabel is now also first at the line, and then we have Martin Toft Madsen, who is the main favorite of the day, and he beats everyone with a minute. Niklas Jakobsen beat his time at the first intermediate check, so let's see how he does at the finish. Murph getting also close with only 23 seconds behind. Larsen is first at the finish, but now we can get to the top 10. Robin Strong is the first one. He sets an okay time, but will not change position probably. Let's see, Pierre is doing great. He might get over Carretero, but probably not more than that. Nicolas Ech still has to defend from Berenetexea. but we will probably do that because Baranatexia is not really doing great. Vogelsang set a strong time. It's past De Vos because he's only 2 seconds behind. And De Vos is doing okay, but not as good as Vogelsang. Holter also nice. And then Arieta losing a lot of time and Canal doing really good. So Canal is looking great to win the final stage, win the overall classification. So echt, Vogelsang is Spanish Taxi, I think, yes. And setting a great time, only 12 seconds behind. So he will certainly pass Adam de Vos. Because he is only 9th at the moment. But then the rest, I don't think. Yeah, Holter has a strong second part, but probably not enough to pass Arieta. But Canal has passed Arieta in the stage. Canal gets 3rd place, and Arieta loses 2 minutes and a half. Oh, he will probably drop down to 3rd then. So in the stage, Niklas Larsen takes it from the Vogelsang and Canal. And then Holter jumps over Arieta for 2nd place. Also, Vogelsang also caught up to Arieta, but Canal is the undisputable winner of this Volta a Portugal with 3 minutes and a half in front of Holter. So really strong ride by the Spanish rider. Paquet wins the mount classification, but that didn't change today. And then Canal gets the points classification, while Larsen jumps to 2nd place in this classification. Canal also gets the young rider classification, and APG Pokemon Pharma, yeah, the team classification. They were sure they would win it. Yeah, I would say thank you all for watching the live stream, and see you next time. So in overall, Holter gets over Arieta, Fuglsang gets over De Vos. So slight changes. Garcia Pierna also caught up with Baranatexia, 1 second between them. So really close. In points, Larsen jumps 2 positions, 2 seconds, but Canal was sure of the points classification almost. Yeah, okay, really strong ride by the Luxembourg rider to get the mount classification, and then in the rest it doesn't change a lot. So yeah, thank you for watching and see you next time.